will go where wonder lies. Its specialist crew a beacon of light will work to unravel secrets entwined. Lore with her care and lust for life, turning the cogs in her curious mind. Scales that tell stories of times long past. Deep in the echo, her interest is cast. Starborne melody echoes in the deep. An ancient history, now our secrets to keep. Ceylon, a siren with feathers adorned, seeks to maintain her graceful form. A voice that weaves tales across the sky, relaying the dreams that never die. Renic, the brain with numbers and might, forearms for eyes in the cosmic night. Stoic and with numerical grace, in Lockstitch's crew he has found his place. Starborne melody echoes in the deep. An ancient history, now our secrets to keep. Pollux and Castor, the skillful pair, always the team with starry hair, with a bond so strong in the vast expanse, unveiling the secrets in cosmic dance. Starborne melody echoes in the deep. An ancient history, now our secrets to keep. Starborne melody echoes in the deep. An age-old mystery, and Lockstitch holds the key.
All right, everybody, welcome to this special episode of Starborne Melody, the musical. This is episode 15 in season 4. This one's gonna be crazy. It's not. We're not singing the whole time. That is not what this is. In case anybody's curious about that, we are picking up. Yeah, for sanity's sake, we're picking up right after a lot of the RP in the chat. So if you haven't been caught up on that, real quick, Lore, Pollux, and Castor, and Midnight are listening to some signals, and like they found one that might be an SOS. It might be a warning to stay away. They are unsure, but to lock it in, they plan to put some extra oomph into it, and that is going to break the communicators for at some point. We are unsure exactly when. Ibring has been sneaking around Haven. Sneaking is a strong word. Around Haven with We Are Owed, and like hunting you guys down to figure out what you are up to, while the rest of her crew, Teal and Parrish, and I can't remember the third one for that one, are fixing up her ship. And she rolled great, so like her ship is fixed, and she knows what you're all up to. And Renic has been studying like the musical things, and like I have added that Renic's been studying with Thaddeus. Like Thaddeus has jumped into that studying, and we will see that in a moment. That's just so everybody are caught up with that. And with that, I will introduce everybody's player and all the players today. So we have Twy playing Ceylon.
Oh, hello.
We got Esme playing Lore.
Hi there.
We got Imperial playing Renic.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Solid. And we got resident Pokemon expert Vala playing Pollux and Castor.
Hello there.
All right, everybody. So we are going to and sorry, my bad. I'm used to saying 4 names, and obviously we have Ez playing the illustrious Pirate Queen. Ibring the Storm.
The pleasure's all yours.
Get in a habit of just introducing 4 people. So here we are. We are going to start in the comms channel. Vala, we are picking up exactly where that is. Do you know what you guys were going to do to amplify the the power? Was there a written down idea? I might have missed it if you guys got to that part.
I know Midnight had brought up giving a surge of magic to boost it.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Short of just fucking using shock, which might break things.
Oh, we know you break things. We know that you break things. So yeah, you just want to give it a big old shock?
You can give it a big old shock.
Alright. So as the electricity rips through it, you do hear a signal, and like you get basically pinged 3 times. Like, and like your graph or like your map will show that right next to Lydian, it's lighting up, and in the city of Mixel, it's lighting up. But the third one is right outside. It's in the Silver Thimble. That would be... Laura, it's that tower you guys brought home.
Well, it's a good thing we decided to bring that back.
We also have one in Lydian and Mixel.
One second. Hard cut. As Ibring, you return to the ship, and like some alarm is going off on your newly fixed up wheelhouse. You see Teal, one of her arm is now a prosthetic arm, her right arm is, and she's getting used to it as she stares down at the controls. Like, she taps the thing, the blinking light twice, and she turns back and she's like, "This is new."
Yeah, I don't recall that alarm ever coming off before. What is it reading to?
It's almost And Paris just like walks over to it. He's like, "I think it's like telling us to go there, but also there." And he's like points to like, "Oh no." There's a matching signal coming from the Silver Thimble.
Do you think it's a bit premature we make our arrival there, don't you think?
I agree. too soon. I think we are. It's just like, I don't want to go back there. I think they're gonna shoot me.
Oh, they might not shoot you, darling. They might just electrocute you, throw you into the ocean, you know, just any number of other things.
Ah, sorry, my mistake. I think they want to shoot me. But we should check out what's going on in Mixel. We haven't gone there. They're pretty private.
Well, what do you say, folks? We show them how private can easily turn to privateer, pay them a visit.
And all at once, they all just yell, "Aye, aye." As they get there, they start to get everything working. It's just like, it's gonna take a minute before we can like get this off the ground. As like they start turning up the engines. So real quick, now we switch back to Renic and Thaddeus studying in. Renic, we can either be here in like this new giant chalk room thing studying, or we could be in the tower with your jukebox. Whichever one you think is better place to be.
I think the lab that you had up there is better.
Okay. So Thaddeus is pouring over what is basically sheet music. And it's just like the resonance that we've been picking up lately, Renic. It's just like it could, in theory, be similar to what you have reported to me as rifts in the old world. Or your liminal plane.
Presumably it could be any number of things, but it does look similar, yes.
But Thaddeus is just literally walking across the table, but like being careful to like swivel around the objects. And he's just like, and here, the beat that Osiria discovered in the jungle a couple weeks back. This is very interesting. It does appear to be part of a song. And at that moment is when the signal starts going out, and all of your like astrolabes and tuning forks all start like resonating at the same time all around the room.
Well, something just happened. And he would walk over to see what is going on at one of his instruments.
You will see, and this is your 11 roll for your RP, by the way. So that's why you guys aren't rolling, because you already did these rolls. As you get to it, it's just like you two find out a frequency. You see 3 frequencies at the same time that if you were to overlay them, if you were to put them all together in harmony, it's just like that would answer the key question. I don't know mathematically what that question is. I feel like that's more your boat.
What,
but
like, the question of what?
The resonance. Like, this is another part of the song.
Okay, I see.
Miss Keynote said that you needed 7 parts. We have 1 part that is the drum, 1 part that, and like this is the next part.
Gotcha. Oh, well that is... I bet if we put all of these, and he just goes off on a tangent, talking at Thaddeus more than to him.
Thaddeus has been writing down every single word you say, no matter how like fast you talk.
Sure.
Thaddeus is right there. I think he just...
Yep, go ahead.
In my head, he keeps dipping his claws in ink, but each one of his paws, like each one of them, holds enough ink so he doesn't have to like pick up his paws. He just keeps going.
Nice. I imagine Renic clears a chalkboard off and is doing what is essentially a Fourier transform, for anyone who is mathematically inclined, to overlay all of these signals.
Love it. And now, Ceylon. This is much more how I picture Haven than any of the other pictures that we've had for it. So Ceylon, Miss Kino, and Lil Mikey are like sitting here and like, and this is the Siren. It's like, we thought you should see this as you bear a standing resemblance to them, don't you think?
Indeed.
It is rumored that the Sirens are the ones that can sing the song necessary to open the stairway to heaven. As soon as we get the song ready, as soon as your crew learns all of the bits of this beautiful song, then we can begin using it for massive travel. Safe travel all around the icosahedron. And
You
Mike
think
is just
it's
like,
that connective? Like
The
it'll
okay.
resonate throughout all?
We believe so. Like the resonance is a very strong thing. The folks at Hymnal and speak very highly of it. They know how to amplify it, make it more than it is. We around Haven know how to use it very simply. And she motions to the streetlights, which have seashells in them. And like as like the sun goes down, like it doesn't go down right now, but when it does go down, you guys will see and hear them humming very slightly. And to you, maybe you guys I think use regular electronic light bulbs. Like I don't know who invented them in this world. Don't judge me. Or like in the liminal plane, or the vast worlds that you are all from. But here, the seashells resonate in such a way that it attracts spirits of light, and they will go into those at night and begin lighting the streets.
Oh, and Ceylon touches her necklace that also has. I always forget whether spirit or ghost, but yeah, the one you said not. But very similar. That's so cool. Can I like look even closer into? I feel like it's a mosaic, right? That's kind of
it's a mosaic.
And like paying attention to the details of like these different objects that are surrounding the core siren. I'm seeing if like I recognize or don't recognize any like instruments of kinds, like symbols.
Oh, for sure. Can you give me a 20-sided? Because you're the only one that hasn't done the RP thing, and I'm not shaming you for that. That's perfectly fine.
Y'all do so great at RPing.
All right. So a tough choice. Ceylon, as you stare at this mosaic, you realize that these are made of countless shells. And this is one of the older mosaics. We know Lil Mikey wants to start making like art with spray paint, but this is like a very old one. And as you like get lost in it, you can hear like parts of the song that were missing. Like you can almost get there as she suddenly, like to you see her flap and fly to the east as the whole city starts hearing the same tone. Like it's slightly discordant to this city. It doesn't line up with the beat that's happening underneath. Like all of Haven has like a heartbeat of music that stopped, but Leo and Osiria got it back going again.
Oh, so how do we find where is she going? How do we find do we know anything else about like the makers of this particular one?
Of the mosaic,
Mm.
Miss Keynote's just like, this was made well before my time. This was here before Haven broke off from the main path.
You know where it broke off? Or I suppose where and when. Hmm.
So Haven used to be more up here. But it's like we used to be further to the north, so the scholars say. Like we try not to keep to history. And little Mike is just like, the past is the past. Let's just let it go.
Right, but the past tells us and informs us what the better future can be. How will you be able to harmonize, like, with yourself if you haven't already set the groundwork? We must find the groundwork. That's where I think, like, she's gone. And in terms of, like, just directional, we must find where she would, like, retreat to.
Ceylon, as you study these wings on the mosaic, you realize that some of this is not shell. Some of this is almost bismuth in material. And the bismuth of it is the part that is resonating the strongest right now.
I don't feel like I'm in Teen Lick It, but I feel like I want to lick it. I can just touch it, but I also feel like I want to lick it. The bismuth itself.
You could just touch it.
Just touch it? That feels more my vibe, personally.
Yeah, I think everybody.
Ally.
I think everybody is just gonna be like, please don't lick it.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna try to vibe with it.
Mostly because you know how many people touch this on and every day. We don't wash this. So like, as you touch it, it feels like. Do you know those inner ear headphones? Those like ones that vibrate the bone in your ear instead of like
speakers.
Instead of speakers. Like that is happening, and you hear like in combination, bone conduction. In combination with the beat that the city of Haven has, you hear a more complete song.
Oh, can you hear it? And turning to Miss Keynote, do you hear it? The push, the courage, the call. Just starting to shake and gonna let loose. We'll find where it's coming from.
And she's just like, yeah, absolutely. If you can, another part of the song, one more step in the right direction. Soon, I will have that stairway.
We'll connect it all.
Go! All right, so real quick, I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna move Renic onto this one too. Renic, it's raining outside for the record, everybody.
Oh
not in the real.
This thing is huge.
Renic is also huge. He's a monster.
No.
Now Nick is small, but Laura is larger.
It's very hard to get perfectly accurate sizes on this one. I guess I could just, instead of like shrinking them down, like type in the size that I want, but I never know the size I want by like numbers. Here we go. Let's make Thaddeus the biggest for some reason. So here's the tower. Some people have been trying to live here, but after the rest of the city got built in the Vernex archipelago, thanks Greg, like people have like left this, and as you guys have been studying it, Phil and Crisis have been spending a lot of time trying to get this like working, but it is kind of beyond them. But right now it is humming, and like you can hear the same alarm that Ibring heard coming from inside this.
Where is this?
This is right outside of Fish Tinger Industries.
Okay.
I'm gonna go investigate the alarm.
Nope.
Oh, okay, yeah, just going right on in.
Sure.
Bloop. All right, let me move Renic again.
Oh, it's a ship.
It is a ship.
Wasn't expecting a ship.
Did you forget? We brought this whole thing up from the ocean floor.
This is a much smaller than the tower that Ibring flies, but very similar design. Like it, by much smaller, I mean this is a couple city blocks, whereas Ibring's ship could be a full city if you really like, if you wanted to fit people in it, you know, basically a whole borough. But lore inside this ship, like it is humming with before we dragged it basically with the airship. But there we go. As it's humming, you can almost like you work at a mech factory, you've built some things before, you've piloted the airship plenty of times. Like,
Built a few things.
you know when an engine's ready to turn on.
I know when it's primed, and this baby is primed and ready to go.
As your like Wayweaver way is going on, like Thaddeus hops up on something and it's just like, it looks like it's set to go somewhere. Like it's tracking the two somethings.
Any ideas on where it wants to go?
Yeah, one of them was Mixel. It was the actual city location. The other one was right outside. The other signal we got was the one outside of Lydian. So the location it wants to go has to be Lydian. It can't want to go out into the middle of nothing.
Indeed.
It does appear that Lydian, the city of Lydian, is where it would like to go. That appears to be its first stop, and then once it... Yes, 2 stops. One Lydian, and then on to Mixel. I have never met anybody from Mixel. I'm in correspondence with somebody from Dorian, though. A delightful chap. I'm sorry. He calls himself a chap. He calls me a chap, so it gets stuck.
No, that I'm sure he is a delightful chap, Thaddeus.
He's really good. Like, he's really smart. We're gonna meet for tea. He's like, no, I'm sorry. Enough about personal matters. What's the plan, gang?
I hesitate to just let an unknown, or mostly unknown vessel fly off to meet unknown other things, but...
I mean, we're going with it.
True, I still hesitate to let it do so, but I'm not sure we have... It seems like the most solid lead we have.
I share your concern only because I don't know what it wants to do.
I understand. I fully understand the concern. But I don't think we're going to get anywhere if we just sit here and wait.
This is fair. It's just
You're
wanted
not
to make
wrong.
sure we are thinking about things instead of rushing into them.
Laura, real quick question about like how you guys have been playing with this beautiful tower that looks like a flute, and I really like the fact that it looks like a flute. Look at it.
Uh-huh.
It's a flute. We know that they put weapons on this thing. Did we take the weapons off this thing?
We disarmed the weapons.
Okay, all
And
right.
it kind of
Good enough for
toppled
me.
over sideways, and then we, stopped trying to use it as housing.
Absolutely. All right. So, we're piloting this thing. We're driving it onto Lydian, or like flying it over to Lydian.
This seems to be the plan.
Sadis is just like, oh yeah, okay. I mean, maybe we can stop at Dorian at some point. And he's like,
Absolutely,
kind of,
we can, Thaddeus.
he's bouncing up and down a little bit. He's like, oh man, I'm gonna study the stars. And Laura, sorry, yeah, I got it right here.
Also, Laura will have reached into her bag and just pulled Crabbit out and just plopped him down the help steer.
Oh shit, yeah, Crabbit just like comes out and he's just like poking at things.
Crabbit's like, as soon as we're flying anything, as soon as anything's getting piloted, Crabbit's just there.
Don't those things attract lippies?
No, that's only when we go down the Wailing Falls. It's only the Wailing Falls, it's fine.
Oh no, they fought Crabbit lost a fight in the Celestial Sea recently to
yeah,
another
no,
Libby
that-
Grab.
Hmm.
It's Crabbit, it's fine.
He has a real rough time.
He's been having a rough time since the Ecosahedron.
So
Well,
yeah,
maybe they don't just attract them, they just want to fight and can't.
so a crab made out of a bell with a butcher knife is currently like sitting next to Thaddeus on like the secondary controls. As Laura, you take the wheel.
Yep.
And don't worry, Renic, Pollux, and Castor, there are chairs.
Nice.
Those look
They're
like
chairs,
nice chairs.
they might have seatbelts.
They look like very comfy theater chairs.
Laura, as you take to the sky, and real quick, this doesn't take the same path that we have taken, like through Alkali. You guys, this ship takes off into the sky, and you begin flying over bone meal. And then you start coming down from above bone meal. And your ship is here. As you pass over this area right here,
So pretty.
it's beautiful, Lore. But you feel the second you guys get into Celestial Sea, almost lore begins to resonate. And you feel a song coming on. Don't worry, you don't have to sing it. Nika will take care of that for us. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, Lore. I'm sorry, my bad. That's on me. Lord, tell me how you are feeling right now. Set it up for us. Give us an intro. it almost feels like home, but home in a way that you thought you were going to experience when you got to the Celestial Sea. You know what I mean? Like everybody said, oh, you look like you're from the Celestial Sea. That has to be like you're from the Celestial Sea, right? And then when we got to Haven, like people were like, oh, we're going to see your people in Haven. Like you look like the people from Haven. But it didn't feel quite like home. But this time, as you're getting through, like you're starting to feel, I think, the desire to remember who you are, or like to figure things out. But you tell me.
Just this feeling with nothing but more questions pouring into my head. But instead of answers, all I hear is just, instead of finding answers, they're just whispers, voices that I can't make out, wanting me to turn, to find my way back home. And there's a feeling. There's just a feeling of something welling up inside, just in Laura's throat, and then she starts singing. As I study the maps, ancient realms unfold, combining the knowledge of new and old. My heritage whispers in my ear, power stirring within me, eager to appear. Starborne melody echoes in the deep. These questions torment me, so answers I will reap.
Thaddeus and Crabbit look over at Lore and just, I think Crabbit puts his knife down and like applauds. And Thaddeus just like, I don't have a musical number.
It's okay, Thaddeus. It just means we haven't gotten to you yet. I'm sure we'll get there. Maybe with your friend Dorian.
Maybe with my friend Dorian.
That was impressive nonetheless.
And unexpected.
Thaddeus starts writing things down. Does this have anything to do? Question for you, Lore. Do you feel a heightened sense of adventure in this moment?
A bit, yes.
Dip, dip, dip. It's just like, and it's just like, as he like looks at Lore's new outfit. It's like, this is getting alarming. Ceylon, have you called the crew to meet you in Haven? Have you asked for like somebody to pick you up, or are you arranging your own transportation?
How I feel like I wanted to go back with Miss Keynote to start trying to hone in on the tones that I heard from the bismuth. Do we have a destination in mind? That I feel like I need a little lab work, kind of music lab work real quick. Or can I do it on the go? I mean, I think my crystals are transportable. Okay, no, I can do it on the go.
Like I am absolutely ready for you to do some more research in town for sure before you head off. Like as
Perfect.
they make their way across. One quick second so I can just get this artwork up. So we will go over here real fast.
Ooh.
As Ceylon, you walk through the city of Haven. There's a lot of other mosaics, like of many other sirens, and a lot of the past of this place is told through mosaics that have lost their meanings to the people of Haven. A lot of people don't study them; they just see them as artwork and then keep going. Like they don't see it as having a meaning, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
But to you, like some of these are resonating in such a way, and you can feel the bismuthly amplifiers inside of them, like things that are like pushing out, like letting you are feeling the song as you like come through here, as it is becoming part of this song. And you're starting to see you're not from this world, we know that. And like the seasonings Sirens have become something else now, and you have not met them. Like, what do you see in these mosaics, if that's not too much to ask?
That's a great question. Hashtag deep. I feel like I feel like there was a struggle between what Sirens like core responsibility, like at large, has changed to. And I kind of felt that when I came from Seasonings to Liminal, the like loss of like that core purpose. I became a lot more individualistic, and you know, like I opened up a little gallery and it was like real nice and like down in Liminal and chilled, but it just, I'm gonna take a step back. It like the core purpose of a siren is to work in tandem with like the void, this like ending, like this eternal silence. And it can scramble your mind if you are living in the world of sound and life to even like bear that concept or to hear nothing. And so the sirens are here as this like helpful these helpful entities that like help calm that fear. But like I feel like I in Liminal Plane didn't hear that as often. Like maybe kind of only in the in-between times. But like here, hearing these like beats, these hums, they remind me of like those kind of sermons, those kind of those like religious like ceremonies that reminded us this is our purpose. And maybe that's just not on the side where Silver Thimble is, but it is on like other sides. And if we connect things together, like maybe there were sirens stationed on all sides of Echo, and if they could all like connect again, like hear each other, maybe that's like the hard part when it comes to like the hard divides of the planes. I think that's kind of I'm noticing a struggle, and I don't know enough about the actual history of it. You know, it's I'm not getting the full oral history from everybody. But I am seeing the like it kind of like a splintering between like, no, we're kind of free from our public responsibility versus yeah, but this is what it means to be alive, is to be that conduit of yeah, of like confidence and sureness in sound as a whole, in life as a whole, because eventually we will go silent. It's okay.
Yeah. So as you stare into one of these mosaics, it doesn't look exactly like you, but maybe it looks like somebody that you knew, you know?
Mm.
Like, and you feel like maybe there's a place on the ecosahedron that can like get you to sing that masterpiece of yours, like, you know, like get it fully out there. And you feel very similar to Lord, like a song is building up in you as you stare at this, as the mosaic almost becomes a mirror.
Absolutely. I feel like I've been using some of my own like to bring back to the lab, right? I have these like what's it called when you like ring glass around? So I've been doing that with some like crystals, holding them up to the parts that are resonating, trying to match those resonate, like so I can kind of bring them all together, make one story out of it. And so as I'm trying to ring the glass around and around and kind of like find that resonance of this particular mural, it shatters into my hand and I start to bleed. And that pain is kind of electrifying to me, and it starts to glow. These are new things that I have been exploring through the safety of like friends and family, but like this new way of like raw emotion and realizing that there is more that I have to explore. There's clearly more out there that I had never known would have been here for me. This is Oh my god, it's making me realize there's so much to do. And I've been kind of wasting my time just chilling. I mean, it's really great though, but like, oh no, there's I I have to start practicing again. I have to start training. I have to start doing my scales and getting ready because like what is coming, what could come, what can become, it's going to be great. Yeah, no, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna be great. And then Ceylon just starts singing.
It died.
It did die.
Final call. My training must vary.
That's it. Oh, you can't hear it? She's super
Reflection, I always stand tall, but I'm not yet ready for my final call. My training must vary and skills must grow before I bow out of my cosmic show. Starborne melody echoes in the deep, awaiting comfortably to forge my masterpiece.
Amazing. 10 out of 10. So you Ceylon, it occurs like comes to you like immediately that it's just like you know where to go to get the rest of this song. Like another part of this song. You must go east. And it's not so much Lydian as it is like a song is being put together in Mixel. Like you can feel that.
Let's do it. We've gotta go. Am I gonna take Miss Keynote and oh my gosh, the little one? He likes adventure, right?
Oh, Lil
He's not.
Mikey? Lil Mikey and Keynote? Sure, yeah. Lil Mikey and Keynote will hop on it. Like, yeah, Lil Mikey's like, don't worry, I got a boat. And it's just like a 3-person like speedboat that's basically like one of those like red rocket ships, you know what I mean?
Nice.
It's got flames painted on the side of it with graffiti.
Little Mikey's so cool.
Oh, that art is so beautiful.
So, real quick, we'll get back into here. And like the Renic, can you roll me a 20-sider real quick?
Certainly.
17. Excellent. I was really scared for that 3 for a second. As you are going through the sky, and this trip is not like immediate, you know, everybody understands that, I'm sure. As we fly through the sky, Thaddeus is like poring over notes. And what's Renic studying? Or what's Renic doing? You don't have to be studying.
I think he's got a copy of the calculation he did in the lab when all of the instruments went off at once. Because I believe he thinks the hum that the ship they are on is making is part of it, and he's trying to figure out which one and to match it up when all he has is trying to figure out via audio.
Absolutely. So yeah, which part of that is this ship? Oh no, I'm sorry. I can't ask you that. I can tell you that. This is the low part.
Okay.
There is you can tell with your 17, you can figure out that there is most certainly a high part and like a middle part. Like you are the bottom of the sandwich.
Okay.
As you are flying through the sky. One second here. And Thaddeus is just making notes along the way. And he like looks over at Lore. He's just like, Lore, can you steer this thing, or is it strictly on autopilot?
Well, if I'm steering, it's got the course charted. There was a little bit of autopilot in the beginning getting us over Bone Meal, but I'm steering it.
Excellent, excellent. If you don't mind taking a brief detour, just ever so small, so we can I promise I won't be long. I just want to have a conversation with someone face to face.
Oh, sure. What's a little side trip?
And you're comfortable you can pilot this without crashing into Dorian. They'll be quite upset if you crash into Dorian.
Absolutely. I've got Crabbert here with me. We've got nothing to worry about.
It's not that I don't trust you. I've seen the way that some of you pilot ships. And by you, he means the entire Wander crew in general. Sorry, Lockstitch crew.
That is a valid point.
I have yet to crash a single ship into a single library, Thaddeus, I'll have you know.
And I appreciate that more than you could possibly know. So we are going to fly to Dorian real fast. Now, let me bring up this map here. So Dorian, for everybody, it is Steampunk's the wrong word. Imagine if Leonardo da Vinci's sketches were how you based your entire society, or like was how you designed your city. If that makes sense to anybody.
Ooh. All right.
So like
So it's
eh,
Renaissance punk.
it's Renaissance. Yeah, Renaissance punk's a pretty good way to say it. It is incredibly that. A lot of brass, a lot of wood framework, tons of models everywhere. As you walk up and down the street, and Thaddeus is heading strictly to one place. He's just like, come on, hurry up, let's go. As he bounces up and down on his paw pads, his little beans, so excited. As we approach Renic, you are seeing things that I imagine, I'm not going to tell you that you enjoy them, that you love them, but like this city is all numbers. Everything is perfectly measured out. Like people are like nose in books as they walk up and down the street, but they are like dodging each other effortlessly. And you see what are scholars from every different like race of beings that we have seen all through Echo. Like you see frog people, you see cat people, you see cephalopod people, all sorts of people. And like the only thing that like tells you, not the only thing, like obviously noses in books, very studious looking, but they are all wearing like clothes with like stars and stuff on them. And there are as many telescopes aimed up into the sky as there are aimed down into the sea. And Thaddeus comes like bursting in the door, and this is Hank. His name is just Hank.
I love him.
And Hank's just like, who is in my study? And Thaddeus just like, Hank! And Hank looks at Thaddeus for a second. He's like, Thaddeus! And like they both like embrace each other, like big ol' hug, like from both of them. And then they break away. And it's just like, I have brought the man studying the stars. He's been to space. And Hank raises one eyebrow as he stares at Renic.
That is true. In fact, I have been to space.
I was like, well, I mean, so I've been working on the problem that you and Thaddeus have brought to me. Well, Thaddeus has brought to me on your account. And he's just like, I do believe that there is some truth to this song that can open a stairway to the heavens. Or a stairway is the wrong word. I feel like it's more a path, a gateway, if you will.
Of course, that makes much more sense than a stairway. What would it even attach to?
Well, what would it even attach to? It seems ridiculous. And Thaddeus clears his voice and he's like, I still stand with the belief that it is a stairway, and there is a road we have yet to see.
I suppose it is possible, but as you said yourself, Thaddeus, I have literally been to space. I did not see a road like you speak of.
Well, maybe you can help us with your theories. Like, what theories do you have on this, Renic? As you are looking around this room, you feel that feeling begin to swell in you.
As part of the, well, as you may or may not know, I am part of the Mysticians group within the Lockstitch group. Words fail me. Within Lockstitch. and as such, it is the actual magic of things that is my expertise. And as such, it is everyone seems to use magic differently. All of our crew members seem to do it differently. Things are infuriatingly inconsistent on folk song, but everyone is different. But that can't be. It can't be like that. There has to be. It's all magic. So there has to be some sense to it. There has to be something more, something that unifies all of it. And so he flips through, he pulls out a specific notebook and flips to a page and says, these are the equations I have managed to derive thus far, and I believe they indicate, they seem to be accurate on all magic types that we have encountered. I think that I am getting closer to a unified theory, something that would tell us how all magic works, not just these resonances that we are familiar with, or the whimsical nature of folk song, or the letter of the law that the demons seem to practice with the contracts, but all of it together at once. But there is something missing, and I am hoping that this will add another piece to it. And I think that's when Renic begins to sing. In heaven's rhythm, a mystical code, I searched for the secrets that it could bestow. Always wary of the cautionary tales, Lockstitch's legacy in cosmic trails. Starborne melody echoes in the deep, an opportunity to realize my theory.
Hank and Thaddeus just like both stare at Renic. It's just like, well, I fully agree that folk song needs to get itself together and makes no sense. The concept of, and don't be offended, why did you start singing? And Thaddeus is just like, yeah, as he pulls out his book and starts, do you feel a heightened sense of adventure, a looseness of inhibitions currently? Perhaps.
That is one way to put it. I'm not entirely sure why I began singing. It seems like the right thing to do. That is very odd.
Notes. It's just like making notes. It's basically the right thing to do. And Hank nods. He's just like, I believe that this is something to study, a unified magic system, something that ties all of it together. That does make sense. And she's like, you'll have to come back soon.
Well, given what
like,
I can see of your work here, it would take more powers than I have encountered to keep me away.
I appreciate that. You are welcome back at your earliest convenience. We should talk about this. I have a theory myself. And he turns to a chalkboard and you just see the Unified Spirit Theory, the UST, written on one of his chalkboards. He's just like, I believe you might be more right than you even know.
Interesting. I look forward to it.
Thaddeus is just like, I'm gonna stay here if you don't mind. I believe I hear Lore honking the horn, which just sounds like a flute.
It's like 4 different pitches of a foghorn.
Laura's just found some way to just honk it and make a catch tune out of it.
I believe it. Yes,
It's just playing Starborne melody.
it's just that brass hit over and over again. Yes, very well. If the communicators work, I pop the communicators like, yes, Lord, I'm heading back. Sadius is staying here for the moment.
So switching back to Ibring, Teal just looks up as like the ship is like still kind of stuck. It's just like not stuck, but like basically warming up. As she looks over at Ibring and says, "Getting closer," pointing to the radar.
Magnificent. Slow us to an approach speed, please.
Will do.
I have to say she's running well, Teal. Fine work. Even for the Virgin voyage.
She salutes with her like now artificial arm as she's still trying to get used to it. I think Parrish is like staring at her as she does that to make sure like a little overprotective, you know? And she's like, "What's the plan, Captain?" Like, that's a signal from Lockstitch. You think they... What is it?
Some sort of beacon, obviously. It resonates with the architecture of our ship. Could it be Alto in nature? Or is this some other technology that we're not aware of?
We are. It's just like, well, Alto was older than we know. Like, what was it before? Like, did your dad ever say what Alto was before they took to the sky?
My dad had nothing useful to say but drivel and nonsense.
Of course. Foolish man.
No, all of this, it's so familiar yet so far away somehow. I can't put my finger on it.
It looks like they are docking at Lydian.
Let's also
Should we-
make our own approach, but put us down somewhere a stone's throw away, shall we? Somewhere we can easily make our getaway, but close enough that we can take a look at what they're up to.
Yes, Captain. So, Pollux and Castor, as
boy.
we approach Lydian, where the signal is coming from somewhere around here, but does appear to be moving. Well, let me put the other one on,
Oh, it's
because now we know that there's
moving.
two of these. But when both of these towers approach the Lydian, all of you feel it. Like the drive to sing is amping itself up and up and up. Ceylon, you see a flying flute begin to dock itself at Lydian. And Miss Keynote and Lil Mikey are just like, friends of yours?
Perfect. A bigger boat.
I like my boat.
We'll tie a rope.
I put fire on the side.
And that's why it goes real fast. But
That's
look at
why
that.
it goes real.
Look, there's holes in them. I bet you she can blow. Not suck. Now I know.
It all comes back to that.
gonna
They
say
have
if
no
you're
idea the
if you're talking
conversation
about if you're talking about my ship, you can probably see armament out of each one of those gun bays. Like they're not withdrawn. They're usually just hanging out.
God. Just out there. Bracketed.
There she blows.
Laura, as you dock this ship into Lydian, you are all confronted. Ceylon, I'm gonna say you, Keynote, and Mikey pull up basically at the same time.
Nice.
And this city, if hymnal resonates, this city is a speaker. Like, you can not only feel the song that is being played, like, it's gonna sound cheesy, in your hearts. Like, it is loud. But not just loud, like, audio. The city itself is loud.
Oh.
As you step on the cobblestones, each one is a different color. Each color plays a different note. As you like dock the ship and head off your ship, you are met with a very large figure that appears to be somewhere between bismuth and stained glass. In her ears are what appear to be headphones. As she looks at all of you, and what brings you all here to our home, Lydian? And it's musical, and she steps on stones as she talks to match her pitch.
I think Pollux and Castor probably taken note, like, these stones are musical for a reason. Follow in their lead, stepping on stones, matching pitches, and just explain, we were following a strange signal.
Ah, we too felt that signal, but you brought us another one. Curious. As she, you see her kind of looking around. Ibring, you are keeping an eye on the crew out of sight. Don't worry, like they cannot see you. I know that you're on the map here, but they can't see you. But Harmonia here is looking for you. Because she feels your presence. And then, before anything else really happens, let me bring up the... That's right. You hear a voice, and she's like, I got it, I'm here. And you hear just like, ting, 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 like somebody running down a piano and then sliding to a stop in front of you.
Oh.
And she's like, I'm here, Harmonia, don't worry. Whew. Sorry, everybody. Like, I was picking up a signal, and I wanted to invite the signal here. Because it was such a beautiful sound. I needed to record it. I'm sorry. I'm Sophia. I'm sorry, not Sophia. I'm sorry, that's somebody else. I'm Sonata. nice to meet you. And she puts her hand out to shake with Pollux and Castor as the first people, and she looks at you two and she's like, oh my god, I love your hair.
Why, thank you. Pollux within clears throat and goes, I am Pollux, and this is Castor.
Oh, you are just delightful. She like takes her headphones off, and in this culture, if they take their headphones off to talk to you, it's a sign of great respect.
Oh.
She's like, and who is everyone else?
Seniority first, go.
I'm Lore. Lore steps forward and introduces herself, following the same like pattern with the matching the tones on the cobblestones.
I'm not gonna make you all roll for this because you all sung a really cool song, so I know you can. But just heads up for everybody else that comes to Lydian, that's gonna be tricky.
We're safe.
You are all safe. You sung us a song.
Ceylon's gonna try it, like not to match, but to. I think she thinks she's figured it out. She's really challenging herself, and so she's gonna. Don't you know who I am? But on with the little things and try to sing it too. But it looks like she's just hopscotching. She's having a time with it. But yeah.
Oh, I love it. A little compositionally rickety, but I love it.
You gotta work on my core, but thanks.
Renic steps forward and offers a hand and uses a couple of the others to tap notes as he introduces himself. And I'm Renic.
Ooh. My dear. And she kisses the back of Renic's hand.
Is that normal?
Nothing
like,
she
whispers-
does is
oh.
normal, says Harmonia.
Okay. Thank you?
It's like, come on. I gotta get some recordings from you guys. It's like, if you don't mind at all.
Not at all.
Oh, excellent. And she's just like, there's someone else here. And she puts her headphones back on. Ibring, you feel the bricks beneath your feet vibrating.
Okay. I think what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna motion to the rest of the crew who's in hiding to kind of like stay back here. And kind of like in step with the other 4 Lockstitch members who introduced themselves, I'm going to just sort of reveal myself, come out, and I'm going to dutifully, firmly stride forward. And you can't tell if it's on purpose, like I know what I'm stepping on, or whether or not it's just an accident. But it is musical, but it's like dark and discordant, like those bottom, like low, like seconds and perfect force that hit like on the bottom of like a horror score as I like stomp forward and go, and you can call me the Storm.
You see her curtsy and almost go down on one knee. The other 4 of you also get that feeling all at the same time. You all kind of want to kneel to Ibring based on the way that the song is making you feel. The way that she steps. She's just like, my, the Storm. I have heard of you quite a deal. All of all of us have heard of you. Harmonia is just like looking at the storm. Harmonia does not have any weapons, or at least you can't see any, but you do suddenly realize she has 8 arms.
Oh, that's a lot of arms.
Damn it, I'm
Maybe it's
outclassed.
She's like, you bring the second part of the song that I've heard. I can feel it on you. It's quite impressive. If you would do us the great honor of allowing us to record your song. My ladyship? Captain? And she like keeps her head down, and every once in a while she keeps like timidly poking her eyes back up to look at you.
Captain will do fine, but surely I have no clue what you're talking about.
Oh, you're all new. Oh, that's fine, that's fine. And she like snaps out of it. She's like, I'd love to show new people. And she starts like skipping down the road. But like every skip hits like a note to make it. I don't want it to be the Chocobo music from Final Fantasy, but it's not the Chocobo music from Final Fantasy.
That's fair.
I mean, it is whimsical as fuck.
It is.
She's like, come on. And like the song is also kind of like, you feel it urging you a little bit forward. Like the stones under your feet are like ramping in a direction that makes you want to walk. But the way that it's ramping, you can feel like you 5, sorry, can tell which notes you're supposed to step on to match the tune, to follow her.
Okay.
Sure, Renic follows. Keeps one eye on Ibring.
After you, and you notice she has one hand casually on her hip, but it's resting on a holster with a massive revolver in it.
And it's like, as you guys follow after, I'm sorry, Lore and Ceylon following? Or staying with... Sorry.
I feel like Ibring after you, the Ceylon is just like, oh, thanks. It just goes on as well.
No, zero intimidation factor whatsoever. You're just like, how polite.
Like, oh, you're cute. I'm good. Nobody beautiful is bad.
That's just like, if you insist. And just does a little like half bow as she turns and walks away.
You get
With
a
the
sneer.
little, like-
You get a sneer with the feigned reverence.
But I assume, are Lore, Ceylon, and Renic still in the other outfits, or did we switch back?
Yeah, sorry. No, you guys can be in it. I just, I didn't know at what point we were going to give you guys those outfits, so I set up all the tokens beforehand. And it's
We still
not...
magical girl transformed.
Okay, perfect. Then as Lore, because Lore does the like half curtsy with the twirl and like twirls her skirt and walks away.
Yeah. The like bottom of Ceylon, boom, shika boom, like as she walks. It's like, yeah, it's gonna be good.
You see, like, as you pass by, this, and she's a young girl, as you do that twirl thing, she's just like, oh my god, are you from Phrygian?
I might be, and then Lore winks at her.
Oh. And she's like, is it true that they have music down there that can, like, scare away any demon? Do you know any of those songs? Do you know any of the songs that can, like, crush someone? And what was the name? Sonata's just Sonatina is just like, stop at Crescendo. Crescendo she's just into destructive songs right now. She's really into like the heavy metals, and she throws up the horns.
Ah,
It's like-
3 vampires and a goth girl.
And Crescendo's just like, oh my, and she like pulls out her headphones, and you hear the fact that she is listening to 3 vampires and a goth girl like super loud.
This makes
She's
sense.
You know about 3 vampires and a goth girl? I love 3 vampire and a goth girl. It's not a phase.
Renic like kneels down so that he's on her height, and he says, "Would you like to know a secret?
I always.
I helped design their instruments."
And like you see somebody just like kind of like the person above them just kind of like looking into space up there. It just looks down and like, you design instruments?
I have before.
Fascinating. And it's just like, he gets up and he's just like, I'm Tempo.
Renic.
He's just like, I would adore to hear how music is made outside of the city, outside of Lydian. It's like, you need tools to make it. And
Sometimes.
Tempo like, oh, I feel terrible when I don't know what things are called. Like the mixers with all the really soft buttons that light up. Save me on this one.
Just a MIDI pad?
Yeah, is it just a MIDI pad? Like,
there are brand names for them, but
like they start using the bricks on the wall next to them like one of those. And they basically start like playing electronica just there. She's like, they're like, this is very interesting. Like, we can just make music, but I would love to try analog sometime. And
which one was this? Tempo, you said?
This is Tempo.
Okay.
Tempo is like, what if there was a nerd in Lydian, and that is Tempo. That has almost like stone skin. A lot of these people have like, this guy over here whose name is, this is Serenade. Serenade has like gemstone, like almost like his skin is sapphire. And like if like light hits him just right, you can see right through him. And they are very like, the 3 of them are like, can he stay with us? Tina, you don't need them, right? You don't need them all, right? We can have one of them, right?
I think I should probably stay with them.
Okay.
But
But come
sure
back.
I will be back.
Oh, absolutely. We'll save you a seat. There's a space at our music circle for you. And they just start all playing music, except for Crescendo, who puts the headphones back on and just starts headbanging.
Perfect.
And Sanatina is just like, it's right in here, everybody. She opens the door into...
Ooh.
I don't have any of us in here.
I absolutely love this room.
Here we go.
I love these people.
These guys are so great. Like, all of them. Like, Nika drew a picture forever ago that was like an elf person-esque with like broken skin that had bismuth in their chest, which is what I'm trying to recreate with them. But not all of them are like that. Some of them are very like elf-like. You can see in Tina's like chest piece, she has like a gemstone there. That's not like her outfit. That's just her chest.
Wait, she has one as well?
Yeah. And
A
some of
whole
them like,
ass devil to herself.
oh, I see. I got you. Chest is an ass devil. Thank you for calling him out. Where did I put? Here we go. And down here, Pollux and Castor, like all of these microphones around you, like you feel at home. Like I don't like, yeah, because you're from you A, had a radio show, and B, like do all the switchboard work. You can feel it, like the hum, like the little bit of feedback from some of these like analog instruments, like this televisions that clearly were not made here, but that were brought here, and a keyboard. And like Tina's just like, hold on, I'll find out. Just like, and she like goes through a box and she pulls out a microphone, and she's just like, okay, all right. And then she sets the microphone down, and then basically the things that they put on your fingertips to like make sure you're like to test your like your heartbeat and stuff, she clamps those onto everybody's fingers. And when she walks up to Ibring, she's just like, if you don't mind, Captain, keeping her head down.
And what am I to do with this? She seems mildly annoyed.
It will read your resonance, and then we can add the song. Don't worry. It won't hurt, and we're not stealing anything. I will pay you greatly for your time.
I suppose it couldn't hurt, but I'm beginning to think that these fools were onto nothing here. And my crew is still following, is that correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah, I should hope so.
Roll me a 20-sider for your crew, like to see if they can figure what they're figuring out as they follow.
So I don't see the Roll20. I haven't been in it.
Oh shit! Did I not tag you in it? In
No,
the
actually,
we put it in the game
shoot, it is.
signups now.
I'm so sorry. Let me find it. Give me
Yeah,
one sec.
that one's on us. We changed it, and then we didn't tell everybody that we're gonna change it.
No, I knew that. I saw that from other times, but I don't know why. You've been so proactive about getting it there early, so then I'm also just whoop.
Right? It's just like nobody expects me to get it there like before the game starts.
Hey, that's not what I said.
But it's what you meant. I can feel it. Oh, and in case you're wondering, this is Forte, and this is Rhapsody.
Love that their names are all musically inclined.
Nice.
All right,
15.
rolls out.
You're I think Teal does Ibring. How does Ibring's communicators work? Because we know that they exist.
Imagine they're very similar technology to Lockstitches. But they're similar, but they're Alto in origin. So wherever Alto sources their technology to have communication.
Jewelry. Your jewelry resonates.
It's absolutely jewelry.
And like you can hear Teal a lot of stuff. And we are just like, this place might be a good place to hit at some point. We're looking at this giant organ. Like, it doesn't look like it was made here, but this thing has a sense of power to it. Kind of like hymnal.
Make a note, dear. We'll be sure to collect the entire set.
It's like, aye, Captain. And then you just, like, they are getting to work sketching out a plan to steal this massive organ.
Perfect. I have to, hold on, be right back.
No problem. Pollux and Castor, like, you feel the urge begin to rise up in you, and like immediately Sanatina just looks over at you, and Rhapsody also, like, Rhapsody pulls her headphones off and, like, meets all in Castor and Pollux's eyes as they hand you the microphone. They can feel that something's coming. What does Pollux and Castor feel?
Oh god, well, I feel that, quite frankly, with all of this, and considering the song they heard back during their trek in Alkali, they're probably hit with a very large feeling of homesickness. They've not really been to their home in quite some time, and in fact, they left rather abruptly when they came to Liminal. Like, they had no time to prepare or anything. So just being surrounded by all this, it brings them back to their roots. Like, what they I'm sorry. This art is just okay. Yeah. So just it gets them thinking back to, like, just home. They're all this. Take a breather. Hold on one sec. But at the same time, it also just leads to their curiosity. Like, everything in here is just heightened their curiosity. They are so interested in everything that they've seen, that they've heard, not heard. um yeah, they just, with this feeling in their hearts, they just start singing.
We yearn for a home in the stardust light, searching for answers we want to know. Liminal's call a curious delight. We were drawn by strange signals in the starry night. Starborne melody echoes in the deep. Our curiosity and all our cosmic dreams.
Beautiful. And, like, I think everyone around, like, Rhapsody and Forte and Sanatina is just like, they applaud like crazy, and it's like when they clap, like, it sounds like the whole room is clapping, like you are getting a massive set of applause, and like, thank you so much for that. It was just beautiful, truly beautiful. And like, go ahead.
You're welcome. I quite frankly, that I felt like I needed that.
Oh no, the tiny in the art and the token. We'll fix that later at some point. We'll get it to the right size. And you see her like hit eject on something and hand you a cassette tape, which I don't think the Wander crew knows how to use cassette tapes, because we kind of was skipping over cassette tapes into like magical recording or crystal recording.
Wander Crew is like just made up of Gen Z and Gen Alpha. They're like, what are these? Oh my
What
god,
is
a
this?
phone line? What is, huh?
How do I put it on repeat?
I've only seen no, his character does 8 tracks on the Void on oh my god, I'm blanking on
Oh
his
shit,
name.
Foley. Yeah,
Foley,
Foley
thank
does do 8 tracks.
So Foley's like the
Matrix.
only one who knows what this is. Everyone is just like, what the fuck is this shit?
He'd be like so jealous to see the setup here. Like, oh my god.
You should bring him. Anyone,
Oh.
you're all welcome.
Do a little more recording sessions kind of thing?
Absolutely. And Forte's just like, don't promise anything. And she's
Well,
like,
that's okay. We won't, we know how to not overstay our welcome. That's okay. We'll bring snacks. Don't you worry. It'll be nice.
I think the press X to doubt will be up on the screen right now, for the record.
Do you doubt my snacks or that it'll be nice?
I doubt the know how to not overstay your welcome.
Look, we're gonna stay as long as we like. It's good that they notice that.
It's like she puts Renic. You see her put some things in, and you see the harmonies, you see everything that you wrote down, like the frequency or the sound waves of what you guys are putting out, and then you see the sound waves that Ibring is putting out. Ibring has the high part of in conjunction with your low part.
Huh. Interesting. We are still missing one.
I think Rhapsody's just like, this is Mixel. And you guys can all in my head, you all turn and look at her.
Yes, 100%. Huh?
And she's just like, this is Mixel, here. And she pulls out a tape and puts it in, and it matches your harmonies. And she's like, that's what you're looking for, Mixel.
That fits perfectly.
I'm very good at my job.
So it would seem.
She puts one headphone on, and she's like, yeah, absolutely. I bring over your comms. You're like, all right, we've got a plan to take the big one. We got a bunch of these little ones, though. They had a whole storage thing. They got saxophones and trumpets and stuff. They're all made of some crazy metal. We're gonna take them back to the ship. Meet us there.
So the storm has to almost break out of this weird, not like a trance, but she seems just so confused. Everything is what the, she has no idea what's going on, yet it feels familiar and close. And she's almost just yeah, no, absolutely. Commence with the heist. Seize the goods, get out of here. It doesn't look like these sea devil bastards are onto anything here. They're chasing shadows and singing songs and power of friendship and bullshit like that. Might be a dud, but I'll report back.
Wait, is Ibring actually just heading out the door right now?
No, she's still tagging along. She's just kind of reporting she's almost resistant to this weird. There's something going on here that she can feel, but it's also no, this is stupid. I don't get what's going on. Where's the treasure? Where's the weapon? Where's the thing? Right?
Absolutely. Forte is just are you trying to open that gateway to the stars and beyond? Is that what you are all doing here?
That depends. What purpose is this gateway? What purpose does this gateway hold? What powers and what treasures lie beyond it?
Well, it depends on who you believe. Some people say it'll get you to the actual stars, not just the stars you see in the celestial sea. The legitimate stars in space. It opens a doorway to space. And that has always struck me as ridiculous. You don't go to space.
I've been to space.
And again, record scratch. I think the whole city kind of record scratches for a second. It's
Renic was in space too.
I'm sorry,
Yes,
what?
we both went to space.
All three of us, even.
I was gonna say 3 of the 6 people here have been saved, and just like half of them.
Did huh? And then like I think Rhapsody is just like told ya, and then like blows raspberries.
Also, if I'm perfectly honest, I would recommend going a different manner than we did.
Indeed.
This is like Rhapsody's like that's why there's going to be a stairway to it.
I'm not sure
Just-
it's going to be an actual stairway.
An
the
actual
legends say
stairway,
it's
a
a stair.
figurative stairway, a metaphorical stairway. It doesn't matter. It's a key to a vault. And that only means one thing.
And just like Sonatina is just like that there's treasure inside.
Yes, very good. Thank you. You're so
Aw.
helpful.
She claps a little bit. It's like, ooh. She's like, yeah, I assumed that the like Forte's just like, yeah, I bet there'd be treasure inside. Like, but what if it is a key to a vault? But the other thought is it just opens transportation throughout the ecosahedron. Before it said that we could move as easily from one side to another side of the world as easy as you can go next door.
Ibring's eyes are like dazzling. They're like dinner plates to the idea of that.
It's like, wasn't it rumored that they broke that though because it was too dangerous? And then you hear
Yes,
Rhapsody is just like,
it would be dangerous in the hands of the irresponsible, in the hands of the unworthy.
I heard that High Note got greedy and that's why they broke off and that's broke the whole system.
Who's High Note?
It was what they used. Legend has it. This was hundreds and hundreds of years ago. But legend has it that Mixel was once 3 cities. There was an upper, a lower, and then a center. But right now it's just 2.
So wait, back up. You've got my attention now. So all of us are somehow keys to opening this portal, this pathway, this door.
Oh, you spent a lot of time on the key to open the portal, the pathway, or door. Part of it, though, like over time, it all eroded. Like you need the songs from the other cities too, or so the legends say.
That makes sense. We have to kind of, in a way, connect them all together. The same way we're connecting all the sides.
Could this supposedly be like part of the reason why all of us have just had the abrupt words, the abrupt wanting to sing?
Oh, is that
Ibring
not just a
is
one-off?
I thought
I thought that was pretty weird. I mean, we don't have a good dossier on you yet, but on you both yet, but that didn't seem normal to me. You're telling me everyone's been doing that?
Well, I've seen Lore and I've seen Ren. Actually, no, I don't think they saw Renic. Well, I've seen Lore do it so far. I can't say the same for the others, but I would assume yes.
And
turns out
considering
Renic had
you're
his
here,
communicator on.
but considering you're here, I'm sure you'll catch the fever too.
All loaded up, Captain.
You
We're
can
ready
keep
at the ship.
dreaming.
Oh, that's all I do. Thanks.
It's like we would love to keep you here forever, but I'm sure you want to fit. You got to be on your way to Mixel then, right?
I'm gonna get on my communicator and see where my crew back on the ship.
Oh yeah, that yeah. Well loaded up, Captain. Ready to go.
So, one more signal to get to, yes?
Yep, that appears to be to the north in Mixel.
All right. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait later to see me burst into some kind of fruity song about echoes and friendship. Um, but for now, I've got things to do. Ta ta. And she bails. I don't know. Can I get like an airlift to like a cool like platform on a rope? Something cool.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
you can
Can I
get a
just like
platform on a
bail out
rope.
of here in style?
Just comes right through the roof.
Yeah. No, just break through the roof. It's like it has like a spear component that just like blasts down through and then has like a platform right over the spear and then it's connected by a roof and it's just like you grab the rope, you put one boot on one side and kind of just hang another one off. Just get raised right up.
Calling us fruity, but here you are, drama queen. Oh, I love it. Oh, an exit.
If there's a key at the end of this trail, you're gonna have to find me after I've already secured it. I'll see you later.
It's like okay, bye.
Till next time.
Like,
You're awesome. I love everything you do.
You're very cool.
yeah, why
Your
why
vibe
is
is
nobody
sick.
I'm like secretly bothered, like nobody seems terrorized by this. That they're just like, oh wow, this is cool. And they're just like, no, you're supposed to be terrorized.
Oh, you
Hey,
hear
can we get the
screaming
design plans for
outside.
that lift? I want to build one.
I was gonna say, with all the crap that we've seen today, like none of us are surprised at all.
Hey, I didn't drop a ship on this city. I dropped a component of the ship specifically designed to retrieve personnel. That's very different. Correcting the record from the chat here.
Yeah, okay.
You like walked in like we were getting introduced to Harmonia, and then you just walked up and just like, oh, and this is me too. And none of us just like we're like, yeah, okay, we'll go to a second location. Let's go.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Yeah, cool. We're gonna go have a picnic now. Let's go.
Yeah, great. It's neat that you're leaving in style. That's great. Can't wait till next time. You seem fun.
Blasting off again.
It's basically like, oh, you already got your own Uber. Okay, we'll just get our own here, and we'll see you there. Okay, no big deal.
Then we switch.
We were gonna ask you to ride
to-
with us. You seem pretty cool, but like, oh, you're already set.
Miss
Let me
Independent
tell
over
you,
here.
Sonner,
Okay.
like Tina will hop onto that. Like the second Ibring says, it's like, oh yeah, you could join the crew. She is fucking there.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was out of character. But who's Tina? I'll take her.
This is Sonner Tina. She's very excited. We'll talk about her later. Don't worry about it. Oh wait, shit! No, you can't see that. I switched the map. Let me see.
Yeah, it's all gone. Don't worry about it.
This one. There we go. It's this one. The first one you met. That's just obsessed with recording everybody's music. And she has a firm belief that everybody has their own song, for the record.
She does pay proper respect too, so that's I've got to admit that'll get you pretty far.
So they pull you up on your harpoon airlift, and you see your whole crew. I don't have them all right on the map on it right now. Assume that the rest are on the screen, like in the foreground.
Yeah, Claire and Alexis, they're here.
And they are just like, you see them all with like, they look like they got like big band energy, big band energy going on right now. And it's just like, check it out, Captain. I didn't even know I knew how to play this thing. And they just fucking start like jazzing it up in here. It's just like, this is crazy. I bet we can get topped out. And then like you hear Teal is just going nuts on the trumpet. And something about that has it stirring in your chest. Something about your crew playing music as they are setting course for Mixel to get you access to both space and teleportation magic, possibly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like I'm kind of like whimsically like, oh, you guys, to all of that, but like it kind of starts to hit me a little bit, and I'm like, and it's like it's just again, it's something so familiar. Like, what is this feeling? I'm like, it's like a mystical power calls to me. A surge, a wellspring bursting free. And she breathes in like that sensation of this magic that's now flowing through her. And she just plants herself and finally gives into it. She lets it pour from her lips in song.
Bringing the storm, I rise to reign, justified in the sovereign's chain. Be a treasures of power, I'll conquer each year. And shall of echo, the new queen is here. Starborne melody echoes in the deep. I'll heed my destiny. The world is yet to see.
Beautiful. I think the whole crew just kind of looks back and forth at each other and just like kind of have like little whimsicals, like maybe ashamed kind of smirks at each other. It's like, I didn't know we had that in us.
I guess there's something magic about this area that's just overtaken us. But we're gonna use it to our advantage. Stuff it, Clear. I don't want to hear any bell aching about it. This is because Clear hates magic.
No, Clear does hate magic.
Yeah, I know. I'm just heading it off because I can see him like starting to grumble about it, and I'm just like, stow the fucking attitude.
To maybe sing. He's like pulling, like unsheathing, like half unsheathing one of his knives, then sheathing it back up, then half unsheathing it and sheathing it back up. And we are just like, to Mixel then?
Set a course. Billow the sails, and we're away.
You hear Teal lightly singing which is the most words you ever hear Teal say all at once.
No, that's pretty impressive.
Alright, you guys. We're going to Mixel here. Alright, so as you approach, you guys feel two different things. First, Ibring and your crew are drawn to this one.
Oh my god.
Oh.
And-
We're just gonna slide it right in, slide it gently.
And for Lore and everyone else on that ship, you guys are drawn to this one. But this one's underwater and upside down.
Oh boy.
My question for everybody, are we going to ask permission before we do this?
Do you really have to ask?
The Lockstitch crew definitely is.
Yes, we will. Our side will be asking permission.
I mean, I'm gonna
Always.
announce my arrival so that people can choose to get out of the way.
Yeah, announcement versus asking. Same thing, I think, in our policies.
It's called an edict, like a command.
What does the storm say as she approaches this?
So it's like the loudspeakers crackle on. Very very similar to like I think the Lockstitch kind of knows this particular because it came through the communicators and it also came through like all of the loudspeakers from the heart um during that one fateful day. But the loudspeakers crackle on and be like, "The Pirate Queen, Ibring the Storm, is making port in your city. Make way and heed the wake of our ship."
And there's a bunch of people running around. Oh, what is it? Oh, fuck, where is it? Where is it? You guys can't answer that question. I don't know why I asked. Here it is.
I mean, there's plenty of room there. I'm not gonna hurt anyone.
Oh yeah, there's tons of room. Nobody's in that hole for the
But
record.
I mean, there's like, well, I don't know. Does my ship generate wake? Because it moves based on gravitational, like manipulation, doesn't it?
In the Celestial Sea, neither one of the U2 ships right now will do any wake. There's no wake everywhere else in the world. Yes, in the Celestial Sea, no. And we literally just like saw that the other day. That certain things
Okay,
do not generate wake here.
Got it.
Specifically, musical things do not. Then like there's a hard cut to just two like goat people looking outside and seeing your ship like arriving through their window, and they're like, "Uh-oh." It's like, "Why'd you look at that? They brought it back. About 1,000 years late, but they did it." As like when this connects, Ibring, it slots in almost perfectly. Some of Teal's adjustments do make it a little bit not perfect, because she didn't know how it was supposed to originally be.
Right, sure.
Can you roll me a 20-sider? This is basically to like reconfigure some of these parts. Ooh, for 3.
It's not going well.
Teal is definitely having a hard time. What's wrong? What is the problem that Teal is having? I mean, the easiest answer
it's
is
a matter of it not quite fitting. Is that it, or is it a pilotage issue?
Oh yeah, you could say it's like we just didn't lower it right. Teal just swears.
I think the extra armaments. I'm gonna go ahead and just like for flavor's sake, all of the extra armaments of because we've added additional armament to this.
Absolutely.
Like it had its own weapons, but we absolutely to the teeth, right? I think it offset the center of gravity of this thing to where you wouldn't notice it in its flight characteristics, but like this docking station has its own, it kind of like interacts with the gravity of the heart, and it kind of does its own adjustments to try to like guide you in and make it an easy job. And it isn't used to the weight shift. It thinks it's going to be dealing with the stock version of this, and that kind of just makes it difficult to like the guidance that the ground-based station gives ends up making it more difficult instead of making it easy.
No, I love it. Does that, because of the 3, because it is technically a failure, do we have to take some weapons off of your ship in order to get this to fit, and
I
therefore
think
leaving you
what
a little less
happens is
protected.
either there's a brief collision with one of the sides where it does destroy or like knock off some of the extra weapons, or like the docking assistance system that uses gravity as well maybe just like pulls the weapons off on accident.
Absolutely. Okay,
Either way,
yeah.
I've lost like half of my additional armament.
Yeah, that's dangerous. But yeah, thank you very much for playing along. So, and now for
Oh, we still got guns for days.
guns for days.
Like if you played Kingdom Hearts 1 and made like a ship out of guns, like that's what this is.
I think everybody made their gummy ships out of guns.
It was
That's
the
like
most
the main
efficient way.
It's just the easiest way. Why build anything not guns? It's like, oh look, now I can shoot in all directions.
Especially on 3, where you had the rail shooters.
I didn't play 3. I meant to, but 2 was such a disappointment. Okay, so
somebody didn't 100% and get Lingering Will Brave mode.
I didn't. I'm sorry. I was really underwhelmed by the Mulan level, and from there it just let me down. It had like 2 places, people. Back to the game.
Get out of the salad.
Yes, absolutely get out of the salad. Alright, so for the crew that is connecting, and you remember how I said that was Alto, and then Alto became base? We now realize that you guys are flying in base. So who's flying base, and who wants to go meet up with the rulers of the bottom city of Mixel and convince them that what you're doing is not destroying their city?
Well, Laura's been piloting it so far.
Renic is willing to go talk to them.
I will definitely join along with Renic. I no business on a ship doing maneuvers.
Then I guess Pollux and Castor will stick around on the ship and help make any adjustments as needed.
It really does make sense to me. Like that order. That's who I would have said, but I didn't want to just say you guys go do it. Okay. So, as you get off the ship, a group of people like that look, your first thing you realize, you're underwater and you're going to need rebreathers or something.
Right.
Which you guys do have, but I'm just saying you're going to have to use them.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And then they lead you into a chamber that opens up, and the 2 people inside that are waiting for you are the bottom section of this. Instead of like satyr people, are Capricorn people. So top half goat, bottom half fish.
I love them.
I love them too. I'm gonna make their art a little bit bigger just so you guys can like appreciate what the AI did. But we're gonna get them drawn because I love them so much. It's like, welcome to the Capricornucopia. And who might you be, and what might you bring?
Capricornucopia? Oh, I love it. We're here real quick. We're here to connect all and see how that goes. So we just wanted to give a heads up, a warning. Things might get a little shaky around here. Do you have any methods? I'm trying to come up with a word, looking to Renic, for, safe things.
Guidance,
Your turn.
guidance assistance to help us land the tower safely. It looks like there is a slot for it. Was this here originally?
Docking.
Yes. based on your ship and the communications we've been getting from above, I hope you intend for a much softer landing than your compatriot.
Right.
Ally? Friend?
No, those acquaintance. Hostile acquaintance? That seems too harsh.
The one on the left who is this one over here this is Capri and this is Corn, for the record, in case you're wondering.
Of course they are.
The leaders of this side go by that. That is their title more than their name. And Capri's just like, that sounds a little flirty if you ask me.
I'm sorry?
Like, hostile acquaintance, it's what I called my ex before we got together. But enough about that.
I get it. Open hearts. They want, they need, they get.
Renic is very obviously confused.
It's like, this one gets it. Puts his finger on his nose and then points at Ceylon.
I do a lot of reading.
You will have to explain this to me later.
It's a
You
fictional
intend-
kinda... We'll talk.
You intend to connect all, you mean? Is it the song? You intend to open the ancient gateway?
That's the idea. There's a lot of unification that could come across the planes, across all music. This bad boy, he's got a theory, and yeah, let's see if we'll be able to ascend. All of us, of course.
Capri and Corn look back and forth at each other. Oh, you believe that it connects Echo? We know better. It opens the stars to us. It allows travel beyond the ecosahedron. Deep into space, where we're from. Originally, we are born of the stars, and we wish to return to them.
Well, it sounds like this is something you would welcome, then.
We would welcome it, indeed, as long as it can be done without risk to our people. Do you have a competent pilot at your helm?
Only the best, honestly.
They look at each other for a second. Of course we do.
It cuts back to Lord just ringing the bell on the back of on
Just ringing
fucking
Crabbert.
Crabbit, just like ding 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 ding.
But it's just Starborne melody.
Right, it's exactly that. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding.
So cool.
It's like, well, normally we would ask for a bureaumancer to be present during such things, but it does seem that you are in position, and the one above does seem to grow impatient.
That does not surprise me at all.
Do you have any equipment we could use, like little tugboats? Kind of make sure we stay in alignment on the way in? I don't...
Or any other kind of assistance
Mm.
that you can provide. I don't know if... I mean, it looks like it was designed to leave, but I don't know if that is something you regularly do with your other buildings.
Oh no, the rest of our buildings are quite secure. Once that one got out of hand, we knew we must fix it.
Oh. Wait.
Lore?
It got
go
out
ahead.
of hand?
It got off the city. Like, that was a huge argument. Freedom versus why? Well, Capri's just like, many people resented the fact that we opened the gateway to the stars, but we were locked here. To be here. It's like, why should we watch the door when everybody else has access to use the door? So the high note and the low note broke off and went their own ways.
Kind of lost the sense of duty. You're the ones who get to keep the door. That's
We are the
fun.
custodians of the door. We let the starlight back in. We bring it back. We hold it. It is not us to go seek it out. It is us to see it.
Well, it hinges on you. You kind of lose
Exactly.
that. Yeah. Ah, what a great honor. Is
It
there
is
anything
indeed a
else
great honor.
we can help you to kind of recapture that for you and yours? Recapture like that essence, that like that call, essentially.
If you find yourself in space, bring us any artifacts that you find. We would love to see them, study them, but they do not have to be gifts, they do not have to be donated. We just want to see them. Reconnect with what we once were, if it were, as it were.
Oh, absolutely.
Well,
What do you think, Renic?
I can provide you something to study to begin with, as a show of our goodwill.
And like
Oh, shit.
4 eyes just go huge, and rectangle eyes too, because those are the coolest.
Mm-hmm. Of course, as you say, these are not a gift, and I do expect some back. But he places his slap-on jets on the table.
They are so excited.
Whoa. Forearm flex. Dang.
You may, of course, study these, but I do expect some back in a timely fashion.
Beautiful.
I think he gives them a little demonstration. Like, he literally puts them on the table and flies it around the room.
You fly the table around the room, not just the table flying on its own, but you're sitting on the table flying it around.
Sure.
Roll me stunts. That's a different game. That's a different game.
Listen, I'll put a D20 out there.
Yeah, fucking give me a D20 to show off.
Oh my god.
15 means you did it.
Dang,
20
that one
you would
was
have
real
kickflipped.
close. Yeah.
They are amazed. Like, with power like this, what do you need our help for?
Well, once we set up the
urge
gate.
to play a trip up card is so strong right now.
No.
Listen, I got safety peanuts. I'll ignore it.
I'm ready for something more catastrophic.
It's fair. Lore, you and Pollux and Castor, they start they sync into your radio, which I do believe if you guys get Mixel's help with your radios will all get better. Like, you guys can transmute and across the celestial sea, no problem from here on out. As long as you get Mixel's help.
Getting that set up, and I think even setting up the once we get this doorway open, we can have a base here to ensure like a customs kind of thing. So you'll always have access to things that we bring back, at least like a first pick, a first look kind of thing. To see that as like the trade-off, so we're always welcome.
Absolutely. Just so we know, just getting this part isn't enough. We got to get the other cities too.
Ooh, let's go.
Ooh.
All right. So Lore, Pollux, and Castor, you three are like ready to go on the thing. They are basically like lining you up the best they can. This is a weird and incredibly delicate situation, Lore. Ibring and her crew have significantly more experience piloting their ship than you do. But you got a little bit of help as you hear the resonance of a giant whale like swimming around your ship, like helping you by nudging you in the right direction.
We have a friend.
Lord, can you roll me 2d20 and Castor and Pollux 1d20, please, as they try to help you get into the exact location.
Well, I think I
Two
know what I rolled.
18s.
Yeah,
Two
fucking
18s.
just killed it.
I
I thought that was going to be a
I want
20.
to play a
Oh,
card.
absolutely, absolutely.
That 20 hung on for a while.
It really did.
You're gonna play a card on the 2? Okay.
Yes.
See, you're
I want it to be a
ruining-
20. I don't care.
Here's the
Abso-
conundrum I've had in a lot of these streams, if I can go out of character for a second here, is the negative ones, they're fun, but it's so much more fun to play negative cards on people when you're playing a villain.
I
Even
completely
from the
get
other
it.
side of the world, like, not even in the scene.
Beautiful. Vala, do you have a way that you boost this to a 20, or would you like I have a suggestion to tell like how it was starting to go wrong, but how I think you guys got it right. Unless you have an idea, then go for it.
You know, my mind is trying to blink. I'll take a suggestion.
I think the you hear basically whale songs that is Starborne melody, but from the whale. As that syncs up your communicators with Mixel's communicators. Like the whole tower begins to resonate perfectly as Laura just very easily slides this thing right into place and exactly right for like everything. It is driven correctly. It lines up. It resonates perfectly.
Just slides it right in there.
Just right on in there. It's so
And
tight and
Crabber's
wet.
just there like,
Just gross.
I like that idea better.
Crabbett's just really watching it. He's just like,
I'll say Crabbage dinging his own bell to the theme.
Pollux and Castor just humming along.
awesome. So, Ceylon, are we leaving base and making base the Wander Cruise and the Lockstitch Cruise base at the bottom of Mixel?
If we can only have like one at a time, I think it is safer to remain in Haven. But I do feel like once like doors and everything, I feel like at least having like a diplomat office, like a customs kind of situation.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure.
Depot?
Yeah,
Yeah, like an embassy, right? That's the
Embassy.
word. Embassy.
Embassy.
Emphasis on the bass. The
Base.
Base, yeah. It's our base, not bass, but not a base.
It's the base
but
base.
The base
Base.
for space.
If you say base enough times, it loses all fucking meaning.
Base.
And like you guys feel it. The people at Haven, you feel it. If it's a song like Starborne Melody, like, and we've got the drums already taken care of, or like we plan to fix them back up, but we know what the drum line is. What instrument part of the song comes from fixing up Mixel? Like, you guys get this together. It's got to be like the brass section, right?
Like the deep trumpets and trombones.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think everybody that's in the Celestial Sea right now, Haven especially, like, you hear an extra note to the music. Like, and something shifts. Like, you all feel it. Like you feel like the city that you're on turn a little bit. You know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't go, but it starts to go. and then it like hitches the same way that the music box like ball thing that we found the other day hitched. And like this will go like Ibring, you can take off now if you wanted to. Like you've already done it. Like you've just you've set it back up and now you can go. As long as they have the song, that part of it can like detach and go away. Like you don't need to stay right here, but base needs to stay here. If Alto goes,
how
base has to
convenient
stay.
for me. No, I love that.
Oh shit, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Nika's right. As it connects, Renic, Ceylon, in front of Capri and Corn, Lore and Pollux and Castor, just in the thing and in your wheelhouse, and same with Ibring, you feel once again like the huge like urge. You feel the urge to sing again, and all at once you do.
In the celestial sea where stars align, Lockstitch will go where wonder lies. Its specialist crew, a beacon of light, will work to unravel secrets entwined.
As we study the maps, ancient realms unfold, combining the knowledge of new and old. My heritage whispers in my ear, power stirring within me, eager to appear. Starborne melody echoes in the deep. These questions torment me, so answers I will reap.
In the mirror's reflection, I always stand tall, but I'm not yet ready for my final call. My training must vary and skills must grow before I bow out of my cosmic show. Starborne melody echoes in the deep, awaiting comfortably to forge my masterpiece.
In heaven's rhythm, a mystical code, I search for the secrets that it could bestow. Always wary of the cautionary tales, Lockstitch's legacy in cosmic trails. Starborne melody echoes in the deep, an opportunity to realize my theory.
We yearn for a home in the stardust light, searching for answers we want to know. Liminals call a curious delight. We were drawn by strange signals in the starry night. Starborne melody echoes in the deep. Our curiosity and all our cosmic dreams.
Bringing the storm, I rise to reign, justified in the sovereign's chain. Be a treasures of power, I'll conquer each year, and shall of echo, the new queen is here. Starborne melody echoes in the deep. I'll heed my destiny, the world is yet to see. Starborne melody echoes in the deep, an
And that is the end of our first musical episode. We'll probably do more of those because it was just so much fun. It was so much fun, everybody. Like, I didn't sing. I'm good. But these guys did amazing. Please, everybody, like, thank them so much. You guys did so fucking good. I hope you're proud of it. It's so cool. Like, and everybody, like, Nika's new artwork for all of these characters is so good. I love it.
Oh,
So
I
good.
love it
So
all so
good.
much.
That was our like all of our lives the last day though. It was just that on repeat.
yeah, pretty much.
That's been the last 24 hours for most of us.
Playlist of one song on repeat. So good. Job well done, y'all. Oh my god.
So we got games all weekend, well, including Monday. So like, we've got. I don't want to give spoilers, but tomorrow, game set in Haven. Then Saturday we are playing Heart the City Beneath again, and that's gonna be crazy. Absolutely, the fucking treasure map. When to, like, let me know the next time you're gonna watch a game.
Ibring Sap to treasure, and here we're gonna
Absolutely.
go for it next time.
For sure. And Sunday we've got like an officer game. It's an all officer cast that are going to be able to call in like their crew members like into the call, very like almost speakeasy style. And then on Monday we are playing For the Queen, where we are going to go back to Lydian. Like, we're going back to Lydian with a dance group for sure, just so you guys all know. And that game was really fucking cool. Thank you guys so much. Like, so much.
Y'all
Like,
did
I know
absolutely
So much
amazing.
fun.
No,
it might have been the
Thank you
craziest.
so much.
Absolute pleasure. It's great to work with everyone else. It's great to see the product.
It turned out so well.
It's
I'm
just
like
like-
so excited.
It turned out so well.
It really blows my mind how well it turned out.
Mhm. I was like, oh my god,
like,
guys,
not-
this is like a real thing. Like, it wasn't.
Blows. It really sucks my mind.
It sucks it right out. It's so good. It just. Mm-mm.
The
Not
guy
even
you've
gonna
got,
wait.
the guy you've had doing the music is just so good.
He's amazing. Every time he does something, I'm like, holy shit, man. But this time I was like, just fully blown away. Just absolutely floored. Just exceptional.
You're in the background for all of our parts too.
It all turned out.
Yeah.
It's like, damn it, you're so good.
Job well done. But also thank you for having the vision and like bringing us all into it.
Yes.
It's a nice high thought, is what that was. I'm like,
Let's go.
Tell all the folks in the chat and all the supporters in the chat right now, how much would it be to, can we get a goal for second musical episode with maybe a different theme song altogether? Not a theme song, but maybe something that breaks it down a little more, some other variation here. We
I'm
definitely
sure
want
Wesley
to
could.
let's stretch that goal. Let's see if people want
Stretch
to
it
open their
out.
pockets.
Yeah.
Stretch that out, open their
it out.
pockets.
I mean, we've only gotten into the hole, but what if we could like rim the hole, So we're gonna have to go to different
I mean, there's
cities
more
around
holes.
the circuit. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
look at
Dorian.
that one.
We need
Just Dorian.
this is a great song,
Thaddeus
but we
has a
need
friend.
more songs here.
Let's go. Oh my god. Yes.
It's like, we realized that we are setting our bar pretty high for
Oh,
the
yeah, we're out of
first
our
like
minds.
arc, where we're just like, it's like what's a good thing to give the four main characters in this arc? Well, it's music based, and I was just like, then like literally we're like, we can't do a musical episode, and then Nika's just like, why can't we do a musical episode?
But what
The
if?
musical episode was
But
a
what if we do a musical episode?
My god.
I was really hoping for I tried to channel that I don't know if anyone said like dropout medias make some noise, but there's like a prompt there that it's basically the two characters are being told like, your job here in this scene is to be two characters in a musical that are perpetually about to start a song, and it's like the musical version of edging, and that's what I tried to do with Ibring. It's just like, oh, is there about to be a song? No, I'm not doing that.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming so soon though. Just
No.
No, you did well. Everyone did well.
Incredible work, guys. Truly.
You all did fantastic.
Amazing work. Yeah, no, fantastic work from everybody.
Just what a crazy game we play, everybody. And like, I know I say we play a weird game all the time. We play a fucking cool game, people. Like, if you would ask me like years ago, like what would be like the biggest, most ambitious D&D thing or like tabletop thing you would do, I would say like, oh, making a big old castle out of minis and stuff. I always wanted to make a volcano, like an act, like with the baking soda vinegar volcano thing for an active game. Like that was like my white whale for a while. But I was just like, this is way more ambitious than that.
Nah, fucking musical episode.
This was amazing.
It's like someday we're gonna make a castle, maybe a volcano. Maybe we'll get to do an art stream someday, but like it's never gonna go any further than that, right?
No, definitely not.
Definitely not like an entire album of like the entire crew made by and for, and no.
By the end of the
Animation.
year, I feel like we might have an album's worth of stuff to put like on cassette because I need it to be on cassette. Alan needs it to
Oh
be on
my
cassette.
god.
Cassette and vinyl.
Too. Right? Like
It's gonna go silver. I said that joke earlier, but I love it. Yes.
it's good. No, it
The little
deserves
stamp.
being
Oh.
shouted out to a wider audience.
So fun.
Also, that art.
Thank you
Holy
guys.
crap.
All the art is amazing.
No, I'm sorry. I knew we were doing the songs. I was not ready for the art. None
was
of that
not
was
ready
shared
for
to
the
the
art.
players ahead of time, unless it was shared to y'all.
No.
Not really.
No, this is the first time they got to see it.
I don't think any of
I,
us
like-
were ready for new art. We
I
knew
only
about
had
the
an
song.
inkling. I only had an inkling because Nika asked me for my ref sheet earlier
I
today.
did, yeah. I wanted to like
Oh, okay.
to retone lore to match like the references since I was in the middle, like since I was up in her guts anyway, basically. So
See, and here's the thing about you bastards and not telling us about it. Like all four of these get these amazing glow-ups for the Celestial Sea, and they are such incredible art pieces, and they're so gorgeous. Each one like just one-upping the last somehow. And then I'm just thinking like, oh, you better not make new art for me. You just fucking made this character. What the fuck is your problem? And I was like, oh, thank God.
she's already
Better have not.
she's already like
She's
the
already
style of
perfect.
what she's supposed to be for
She's
that
already
like era.
perfect.
So I'm like,
Yeah, no.
Even the art got
I'm
you
j- I'm j-
edging.
I'm j-
Oh
I'm
my
joking.
god.
All I have to ask is this art gonna stick around for a
Yeah,
while? I
absolutely.
would really love it.
Yes, you can
Oh,
wear it
God,
as long as you
honestly,
want it.
you like it's up to you. How long you want
Yeah.
to use it? Like I think I didn't actually ask Karam, but Karam has still been using the like the spice trader outfit from. Oh my god, what is the name of the city? The pirate city in Alkali.
Oh, Clove
Oh, the
Cove
Clove Cove.
or the Pepper Mills.
The Clove Cove, because that was the ensemble for that. No, I like the variants. It's fun.
I was just like, there's we're worried about going too anime with Pollux and Castor.
Oh, I love it so much.
This is no. You have no idea.
Yep.
Well said.
Give into the temptation. Give into the temptation,
Spot
Karam.
on.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
You have no idea how
What,
happy
it's
this
what I
makes
was.
me.
It's what I was gonna say too.
I'm so
Karam,
sorry.
This is your
I
conscience speaking.
knocked it right out of your head.
Do it.
Yes, that's causing. I'm feeling emotions.
So guys, I'm like feeling something.
Oh no, my heart rings true. Oh, I feel a
Yeah.
song going on.
No, it's almost like I'm gonna burst into song. Are we just noodling after the game's
We
over?
are
'Cause
I,
it's
absolutely-
over
think we're just
so
noodling. It's
early
like, I think we're good.
So
compared to
excited.
normal.
So we're gonna.
Oh,
wrap
no,
up.
actually,
Yeah.
this is pretty on
Like-
time. This is pretty on
Yeah,
time.
no,
then.
I think we're alright. So we're gonna wrap up here. We do have game 2 tomorrow with Krieg, Kat, Osiria, and Zakna. Then Patagonia, Cass, and Clem for the Heart the City Beneath game on Saturday. K. Tobias, Lore again, and Blueberries on Sunday. And Tarkus, Valentina, Gemini, and Leo for the Queen on Monday. So we're gonna head off. We will get the schedule and everything posted. Obviously, if you could see the amount of work that went into this is where all of my time went this week. So we're a little behind on putting the schedule up, but like we do have the weekends games planned. So we're gonna fuck right off, and we will see y'all tomorrow. Bye forever.
Goodbye forever, everybody.
Goodbye
Thank you
forever.
so much. Goodbye forever.
In the celestial sea where stars align, Lockstitch will go where wonder lies. Its specialist crew a beacon of light, for work to unravel secrets entwined. Lore with her care and lust for life, turning the cogs in her curious mind. Scales that tell stories of times long past. Deep in the echo, her interest is cast. Starborne melody echoes in the deep. An ancient history, now our secrets to keep. Ceylon, a siren with feathers adorned, seeks to maintain her graceful form. A voice that weaves tales across the sky, relaying the dreams that never die. Renic, the brain with numbers and might, 4 arms, 4 eyes in the cosmic night. Stoic and with numerical grace, in Lockstitch's crew he has found his place. Starborne melody echoes in the deep. An ancient history, now our secrets to keep. Pollux and Castor, the skillful pair, always the team with starry hair, with a bond so strong